transform and roll out.
Welcome back, bros, to another video review, and today we have the opportunity to take a look at the Legacy Core Class Transformers Iguanus. So for the contents, this is what we get inside for the Transformers Iguanus. We get the instruction manual, the figure itself, and also his accessory. Now, for his accessory, I don't know what you call it, but I do know it combines, and I know that I don't have all the pieces yet to make the combined sword, but hopefully I will soon. So here we are zoomed in. I just wanted to take a closer look at this figure and show you the details on how well Hasbro has done on this figure. Now check it out. Look at the head sculpt. The head sculpt has a ton of molded details, and not only that, it has the painted eyes of the silver / off-color white, like in his crotch area. And then I like the design choice of this type of purple. It's not really dull, but it's got that orchard maybe type of purple mixed into it, or grape purple. I kind of like that, with the accented orange colored wheels and the orange on the chest with the gold. It makes the figure pop in just that region for me. And then, I like the black and the gold on the, the black on the forearms to break up the purple. That's a nice touch. And then you also have the white crotch area with the belt. That's pretty cool. And then more importantly, look at the gold paint on the knees. Now that is perfect. I would have loved to see some gold paint on where the feet and the ankles meet together, because it looks like he has bracelets on or something like that. So that would have been cool to have that. But nevertheless, it has a nice paint job on this figure. So for the articulation, it has pretty much the same articulation as you would receive with all other core class figures. But let's go ahead and show it off. It has a waist swivel. As you see right there, you can turn it. It is stiff. The leg can cook up this high. It can bend 90 degrees because of transformation. The foot is on a rocker. As you see, that's also because of the transformation. You'll see that later. The arms, if you move the wheels down, they can go full rotation 360. He has a little bit more than 90 bend. The forearm, well, the hands are not rotation included with those because that's because of transformation. They probably could do that, but it would break up the plastic and cost more money, which I think they're not going to do. The head can not look really down or up much, but it can rotate left and right. So that's all we get for the articulation for this pretty cool little figure. So now that I have already zoomed out, let's go in and get the comparisons out the way. So the first figure I'm going to bring in to compare with him is the leader of the Decepticons. We're going to bring in Megatron. And as you see right there, Megatron Iguanus have the same type of build to them. They're kind of beefy, and I kind of like that. And now I'm going to bring in Soundwave so you can see the difference in Iguanus and Soundwave. And you see how Soundwave is a little more slender and sleek. And then to also round up the beefiness, here we have Starscream. And like I said, they all fit together to me. And I definitely like that Decepticons are growing. I just kind of wish so far in this line between Legacy and also Kingdom that they would have gave us more Autobots. So with that being said, here is Optimus Prime. And then I'm going to go ahead and overlap because I'm running out of table space. Here we have Rodimus Prime. Now, excuse Rodimus Prime because I started painting on him to give him a different look. So here we have all the core class figures out. And I'll move them over so you can see a little bit of both. And they all look good together. Now, I would love to start seeing some core class Dinobots or some more core class Autobots like Jazz, or maybe a redo of Soundwave into Blaster would be pretty awesome. And then, of course, I hear Skywarper's out now, and I hope we get a Thundercracker. That would be pretty cool. I would love to see like an Ironhide and a Ratchet, because those they can remold and retool for multiple figures, so that would be nice. But anyway, drop in the comments your thoughts on what more core class figures you would like to receive that's not already been leaked or announced. Now it's time for transformation. Now that we have Iguanus in its alt mode, I must say it's actually pretty unique and interesting. Now, because he's a motorcycle and he's a core class, he doesn't have a kickstand, so I'm trying to use a sword and his, I don't know what you call it, but his accessory to hold him up so we can do the review. But anyway, I like the way the vehicle looks. Yes, it is simple and it does somewhat resemble a motorcycle. And I'm okay with that because it looks good to me. So now it's time for comparison. So I went ahead and I got a couple Decepticons right here. Now here you have Soundwave. As you see, Soundwave is definitely smaller and more compact than Iguanus. And then here we go. Here's another one I bought out, Starscream, who is definitely a little, I guess, squatter than a motorcycle. But with the core class figures, I don't expect their vehicles to be in scale. But they do look good together. And I do like that we have a different character that we normally don't get in the core class. It's not like a mainline enemy. So I think it's pretty cool. As you see, he probably won't stand on his own. So, we got him. So yeah, I like the way that all three of these look together, being Decepticons in the dark purple or the dark blue and the gray white color. So yeah, I mean, it's a great figure to go with this line so far. So now it's time for the Yeah Bro figure rating system. And I just want to say, we're going to go through it briefly and not go through it like we normally do with the larger figures, but we're going to go a skipped and fast summarized portion of this time. So to my right, here we have the scorecard, and I just want to say the paint job on this figure is terrific for the size, the scale, and what we get. The Decepticon logo is crisp and clean. It has enough color paint details to break up this figure from being the all purple molded plastic. So for me, it's going to get a 10. The second category in the Yeah Bro rating is the molding, and this is a brand new mold. It is supposed to be a pretender mold, which is what we saw in season, I would say, 4 of the Transformers. But season 4 of the Transformers did not get started in the US. It was started overseas in Japan. And yes, I do like the Pretenders. They did start, technically, I take that back, in the end of the third, but mainly started in the fourth. But anyway, this is an awesome figure. It has tons of molded details. It looks like the G1 character. I have no issues with it. Everything is fine. There's no paint chips, no mold degradation or anything, because I believe this is the first use of this mold, and I wonder what the second is going to be. But anyway, the molding on this figure is terrific, and I have to give it a 10. The last category in the Yerbro rating is the execution and playability. And yes, this figure was executed very well and it has a ton of playability. As you see, you can have other core class figures ride on this motorcycle, which is the alt mode of Iguanus. So it definitely has a ton of playability. The wheels do roll. Even though it may have a hard time standing on its own and balancing, it's due to the fact because it is a core class and it doesn't come with a kickstand. Other than that, it is very fun to transform. It's very simple, but not also easy. So it's got a little bit of complexity to it. So with all that being said, I have to give this category a 10. So in my eyes, guys, this figure for the core class is perfect. And I am excited to see what we get later on in the core class for Legacy line. But anyway, if you're interested in picking this figure up, I found my copy at my local Target store where I purchased it for $9.99 plus taxes. And I was surprised that they had the core class on the shelves because they said they had no trace of when it was coming in and no expected arrival date. So the link will be provided below if you would like to search online to pick up this item or show the DCPI number to your local Target employees to help you find this figure. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. By doing these 3 actions, it helps my channel grow tremendously and also it provides positive feedback. Thank you once again for spending your time watching my video. And until next time, yeah bro, I'll see you soon.